And I just want to mention a tangential issue, if I can, just a related issue, just very briefly at the start, and that's just the crisis that's happening in the nursing homes at the moment. And you'll be aware that nursing homes are closing right around the country at the moment, and that many nursing homes are blaming what they call fair deal discrimination in relation to this. These nursing homes claim that funding is insufficient, obviously, to meet the spiralling inflation costs that they're receiving, and the figures bear this out. Recently published figures from the HSE show that HSE nursing homes are receiving 70% more in terms of per resident than private nursing homes currently. Translates to as much as €744 per resident per week under the fair deal system, and it's having a significant effect. And I was talking to an individual yesterday who told me that Care Choice nursing homes, who own 14 nursing homes around the country, have stated that they're pulling out of the fair deal system. They're saying that there's because of a lack of funding, that the NTPF are not negotiating with them in real terms. This is the information that I'm receiving. They're saying that the NTPF are not even contacting them back in terms of proposals that they're making. One private nursing home said that has 78 residents on the fair deal stated that they have 2 months of money left and that they will no longer accept the fair deal system. And that will mean that the family will have to either find the necessary funds to pay the direct cost of the private nursing home, the total cost, or they'll have to withdraw their funds or their loved ones from the nursing home. Now, the former is not an option for most people in terms of cost, and the vast majority will find the latter option there a disaster. One family I know, a 99-year-old father, is located in these homes. They don't have the money. If they pull him out of the service, it will significantly discommode him from what is a secure life that he's known for years. They'll remove him from all the friendly and recognisable faces that he knows and try to find a space in a shrinking sector. Another woman who's in a secure dementia unit has been told by Care Choice that they no longer can provide that service under the NTPF. And they've said that the NTPF have only sanctioned €2.28 per day per resident to meet the cost of inflation increase, which seems extraordinary. So I'd ask the Minister to really intervene just to make sure that the NTPF are negotiating on a fair basis in relation to this. It's shocking that we're at the precipice, just after the COVID crisis, of many nursing homes withdrawing from the fair deal system. And maybe there's hardball negotiations being played by both sides. I'm absolutely aware of that potential, but I will say that this is scaring the living daylights out of hundreds of families across the country, and I would ask the Minister to step in to make sure that we have a system that functions fairly and that people get equal funding for their families in relation to this. Just in terms of the respite, Respite is an essential service for so many families. It's not an added extra. It's not a luxury. So many people depend on this service. And in many ways, for some people, it can even be a life and death situation for them. But incredibly, 75% of families who are in need of respite are not receiving respite. And worse than this, the provision is in reverse. And that's an incredible legacy for any political party to be involved in. The service levels are falling for people currently around the country. And like nursing home sector, like the childcare sector, providers are shutting their doors. And staff are not being trained at the level that's needed to staff the system. And retention of staff is not happening. And it's not happening because there isn't adequate pay and the terms and conditions are not good enough. And recruitment and retention is not rocket science. If you own a shop in a small town, you have to provide a recruitment package that is competitive with people who are also employing the same people as well. And that's not happening. And I don't think it's by accident that we have people in nursing homes, people who use respite centres, or even the very young people who use childcare, that those seem to be at the bottom of the priority list of this government and are not getting the investments that they need. These are the least powerful people within society, and as a result, they get least from the state. So I would plead with the government, on behalf of exhausted families, families who are at their wits' end, families who are awake night after night after night, looking after loved ones, to show them that there is some light at the end of the tunnel in relation to this. Develop a long-term plan backed up with multi-annual funding. pay decent wages to workers and staff, and build a model that does justice to the phenomenal work that's been done by so many families day after day. Good morning.